Hi everyone, this is Adrian Valera with DisclosureFest Foundation. We are a multicultural initiative-based nonprofit platform here in Los Angeles, primarily focusing on 6 initiatives. Our mass meditation initiative, a mindful yoga, music, healing and arts vegan festival, Feed Our Souls, our homeless initiative, Star Seed, our children's initiative, our clean air initiative, tree planting, forest restoration, our beach and river cleanup initiative, and our Every Elder initiative.
For me, it's about sparking something in humanity and our creativity and our passion for being with each other and the planet. It just makes my heart smile.
One of our initiatives that we're most known for is the Mass Meditation Initiative, which happens every year, summer solstice, in Los Angeles State Historic Park. Up to 22,000 people. This is a mindful yoga, music, healing and arts vegan festival. So we kind of touch on all these different ways for people to activate our higher consciousness. Meditation, workshops, and so many indigenous elders from numerous tribes come and inspires people to tap into a different frequency, something that sparks and activates our being. One of our most important initiatives is called Feed Our Souls, our homeless initiative, where we do these mini pop-up festivals in Skid Row, working with our homeless brothers and sisters on the streets, and bring different organic, plant-based foods, healing sanctuaries, a space for children, clothes, barbers, showers.
Can we show up and can we support each other? This is an honor for us to show up, to be present with our neighbors.
I'd say my favorite time was Feed Our Souls on Skid Row. The joy you see when somebody gets treated like a human and helps you connect back to that we're all connected.
One of our other initiatives that we do at DisclosureFest Foundation is our Star Seed initiative. We go into schools where our children are dealing with severe poverty or actual homelessness. So we bring a curriculum into these schools with different teachers, yoga teachers, instructors, sound healers, and we bring 100% plant-based foods.
This love and aloha, these peaceful vibrations, Jah.
So bringing these mindful meditation, yoga, sound healing, parkour, Jedi basketball to schools like this and work with children that are working with so much trauma. It's a healing exchange for these children and also the community of volunteers, instructors and teachers that join us.
They get to really drop into their ninja self and they get to surprise themselves with what they're capable of.
We all feel equal here.
Yeah.
When I found DisclosureFest Foundation, it helped me find more purpose in my life. Living a life of service has helped my depression.
One of the first initiatives that we introduced in 2017 is our Clean Air Initiative. This initiative partners with multiple foundations like Tree People and Arroyo Seco. We plant trees and restore forests and waterways. We restored waterways on multiple mountains. We planted over 26,000 trees.
The trunk of the tree wants to be in the sun and in the wind and the air.
The tree that I just planted is called Coast Live Oak, which is the most important species that here in California, the lungs of Santa Monica Mountains.
This initiative is also designed to activate our root. When you're planting a tree and your hands are in the soil, you're remembering that connection with Mother Earth. Also in 2017, we introduced our Beach and River Cleanup Initiative, partnering with other foundations like Heal the Bay, Oceans Conservancy. It's great for the community to come out, put their feet in the sand, connect with the earth. Within a few years, we picked up over almost 30,000 pounds of trash. Some of the things you learn, how this trash affects our marine life and their habitat. And making a difference in the survival of that ecosystem is so important for the community. So in 2020, one of our newest initiatives that we partnered with Alma is our Every Elder initiative. This is an initiative where we and our volunteers go into convalescent homes, retirement homes, assisted living, and just sit and listen to our elders. A lot of them have been forgotten, and we bring meditation and sound healing, industrial crafts, musicians that can sing a song, and when you can bring the community together, it's such a beautiful, amazing thing. DisclosureFest is all about being of service, and just know you can be a part of something that serves a homeless person in the streets, a child, or Mother Earth, or our oceans. So join us at DisclosureFest Foundation. You can go to disclosurefest.org.
Everything we do is volunteer-based, so whether it's coming to a tree planting or joining us at Feed Our Souls, any one of our initiatives requires the energy and the passion of the people in our community around us.
If you feel called, on our website you can sign up an application to become a volunteer. We'd love to have you, or support us in donations.
And if you feel really strongly about one of our initiatives in particular, we can make sure to direct your donation to that initiative. So please don't hesitate.
And love to see you soon.
Wow. I absolutely love that video because it really shows the way that Adrian Valera weaves people together in the spirit of service. And he is another amazing, pure-hearted soul, just like Neil is. Yay, you're on with us. Adrian, I'm so glad you're here. In honor of you and the fact that I have Pilates today, this is what I wear to Pilates.
Hey.
Our 2019 t-shirt, our DisclosureFest Mass Meditation t-shirt. But I want to get to the meditation, but I just want to let people know that I see what you did in taking the path and the route that you did to get to where you are now. And a lot of people might not know that you started your career in the music industry and that you were a concert promoter, promoting for clubs like the Whiskey A Go-Go and the Roxy Theater, which I used to visit quite often on the Sunset Strip during my heyday. Oh. And that you worked and discovered bands like Linkin Park, System of a Down, Hoobastank, Papa Roach, and really launched their careers. So seeing that you did that with these bands and seeing how big you made them, but then seeing the leap that you took out of the music industry where you were head of A&R for Sony Music and Elektra Records and No Name Worldwide. And then you combine that with your love for meditation and UFO research and your love for Mother Earth and all life upon her and in every realm and dimension. It's a perfect blending of where you are now. And you know, I've always said that I really appreciate that you stick to, you are 100% vegan, and at the Feed Our Souls initiative, you use plant-based vegan foods. Everything is so high vibration, and I love that the video highlights the work you do with the children with Jedi basketball and the peace. I saw the peace sticks, and you just bring it all together. Alan wanted me to ask you before you get into our meditation. He wanted me to ask you where the next one was going to be and when you're going to do it. We did do it this year already on the in June. And I did talk about that before you got on. I kind of went overboard. So I apologize to our audience that I was so excited about the things that you've done with 10,000 people in Washington, D.C. And Alan talked about that, and 20,000 people in 2019 at Los Angeles State Historic Park. And this year we had such an intimate experience. I don't know how many people were there, maybe 1,000 or 1,500 maybe?
Yeah, 1,000.
In Los Angeles on Chumash land, and it was intimate, it was beautiful. And I know that the mass meditation, in addition to being something that helps the world and helps all life in all realms and dimensions, it's also the impetus that does the fundraising for all your initiatives. So do you have another one planned? That's what Alan wanted me to ask you.
Yeah, so thank you for having me on. It's been such an amazing 3 days, and now 4th day, which I'm sure is just filled with just a bunch of epicness, if that's a word. Thank you for the introduction and all the good things. We are planning every summer solstice, we're planning DisclosureFest and the Mass Meditation Initiative, and we are definitely going to be here in Los Angeles, working really closely with California State Parks and talking to some really big artists that are going to bring this event to a whole nother level. And, we've gone through this beautiful, amazing, transformational time in this last 20 months of beauty and shadow and overcoming. So it's really amazing seeing so many people awakened and remembering from so much work that we've been doing through so many different timelines.
You really bring the ancient together with the future and anchor it in the now. That's kind of how I see that what you're doing with all of these things.
Yeah, it's been, we can't really move forward without healing the past, or it's a little harder, and so much is going on with all these vibrations there. I mean, we have been hit with so much energy and vibration that is new to us, and it's so instant in everything. Like the second we are thinking about anything, we are manifesting. And it's so interesting because we tend to also get caught up with the energies of fear and anxiety and frustration, and it because it's so instant, it's really important to remember to shift back into your heart and into the reality that we would like to manifest for ourselves at this moment, which is also this meditation that we're going to be doing here today. So yeah.
These past 3 days, Adrian, have been epic, and we have seen a worldwide audience come together and be inspired by all of our speakers, and the theme that's been weaving through this whole amazing event that Neil has put on. And I know he does a lot of this by himself, and he also has Tanya Fitzgerald. How come I always forget Tanya's last name? Fitzpatrick. Behind the scenes helping as well. And we're seeing, just like you started with, community and love pulsing out and people feeling inspired and hopeful. And I know that when you lead these mass meditations, and you have done many of them in the past, this year I talked about how Shiva Ray facilitated our 2021 with Ray Amana and the children and the women of the One Drum. But you get such beautiful downloads, Adrian, and I've had the privilege to do meditations with you by myself. And even when I've been struggling, you've come in and opened my heart again. And I thank you so much for who you are in this world and who you are to me. So I don't want to take up any more time. I really just want to get to your meditation and feel what I always feel when you lead me on a meditation.
Yay. Oh, thank you so much, Michelle. You are the love of my life, and I'm so happy and blessed to have you on this journey with DisclosureFest, as well as everyone, that's part of this event. Super grateful to Neil and Soul for really, taking the time to put together something like this, because it's just needed. There's so much going on right now. It's beautiful to see everyone together. So yeah, it's really happy to be here, and really happy to share with this community a meditation. So should we just get right into it?
I think we should.
Awesome. All right, everyone. Let's take some deep breaths.
It's Patrick Fitzgerald. Ugh.
Let's keep taking some deep breaths, filling our lungs and our diaphragm, feeling into our bodies, hearing our breath, hearing our heartbeat, feeling our connection to whatever we're sitting on that's on this beautiful earth, our great mother. Feel into that connection with our great mother, deeper and deeper. As we breathe in, let's ask Gaia to share in her frequency, to share in her heart with us. As we breathe in our great mother's heart into our root, filling our bodies, our light bodies and our aura with our great mother. This cleansing, nurturing energy filled with love and compassion. As we exhale, let's bring that energy back down as we filter that, as we ask our great mother to filter and help us cleanse some of that energy that's stuck in our bodies, our light bodies, our aura, any energies that are not being of service. Let's take that deep breath and fill again that earth energy into our hearts, our bodies, our minds, our spirits, our aura, our light body, and exhale it back down. Feeling clearer, more weightlessness. One more deep breath, bringing that in from our roots. Exhaling it back down into our bodies, into our ground, into the Great Mother as she filters and cleanses and heals. Shifting our energy, our attention to the sun, our great sun in the sky. Father Sun connected to all the suns, powered by the central sun. Let's take a deep breath and bring a golden call of light down, filling into our crowns, down our channel, our body, and into the ground. As this beautiful column of golden light comes through and cleanses, heals, let's take another deep breath from the center of the sun, bringing that column of golden light down all the way, passing through our bodies, healing, clearing all that's not being of service to us, coming all the way through our bodies into the ground. And picture, as you will, a root like from a tree growing from our tailbones into the ground, burrowing so deep it penetrates the earth's core. As now we are in the earth core, the heart of our great mother, let's take a deep breath, filling this root, bringing that energy all the way up, back into the root, filling our body, our light bodies, and our aura. Taking that energy into our hearts, filling our heart space with our great mother's heart. And now again from the sun, taking a deep breath and bringing that golden column of light from the sun, filling our heart space. As our hearts are filled with this swirling green and pink energies from our great mothers and our Father Sun, filling our heart space so bright. If we were able to see ourselves, we wouldn't be able to, because our hearts are so bright, overcoming this beautiful, vast light from our hearts. We thank you, we're humbled, we're filled with humility, Thank you, Great Mother. Thank you, Great Father. Feeling so charged, so light, so clear, filled with love. If you will now, as we're sitting here in the space of connectedness to our Great Mother and our Great Father, and we shift our gaze to our mind's eye and we see in front of us two doors, a door on the right and a door on the left. As we peek through this door on the right, we see this reality we've all been experiencing here on this planet. For how many years you have been in this creation, in this life, and so many timelines and dimensions prior. Let's really look through this door. Let's see so many awakened people from so many timelines, feeling in alignment with this mass awakening. Let's take a moment to look deeper through this door, through this dimension. Let's take a moment and for ourselves take a journey through all these realities we face. And I want you to look at the realities that are in alignment with you and also the realities that are in unalignment with you. There's so much we've been working on to shift back into our hearts. So let's really take this journey now, and one by one, as much as you can, let's examine everything in alignment in this dimension and everything that is not in alignment and is not in service of our greatest power, our greatest good for all that is. Take this time, take this moment to look through all of these realities we have created and decipher what is and what is not in alignment with you anymore. Take this moment. As you're taking this journey, this could be with governments, politicians, family, loved ones, friends, anything, just examine this reality of what is and what is not in alignment. Thank you for taking this journey. Let us now step into and download from our great mother and our Father, Son in the sky, true source, unity energy. Let's download humility into ourselves, a full and ultimate total humility. Surround and download within our internal being total love, resonating in the frequency of humility and total love. And now downloading and remembering and resonating in complete and total forgiveness. I forgive. And you fill the blank. I forgive. I forgive you. I forgive me. I forgive you. I forgive myself. I forgive you, elites, governments. I forgive myself. I forgive. As we're now transferring this forgiveness with total love to transmute a reality and to one that is resonating and is in alignment for our well-being and the future of our densities. Let's break and end all old contracts and heal all old contracts and wounds on a multidimensional timeline. Seeing these cords connected to us that are still transmuting emotions and healings. Let us now remove these cords, but before we remove these cords to old contracts and old wounds and healing all timelines, let's fill again our hearts from the sun, taking a deep breath of golden light filling our hearts. So bright, and another deep breath from our great mother's heart in the center of the earth, bringing it all the way up and filling our heart space. As we see our heart space fully illuminated, filled with love, let's now send only love and forgiveness through these cords, connecting us to so much, to so many wounds and timelines. And we let everyone know that the final energy, the final emotion passing through these cords is going to be unconditional total love. Let's breathe into our heart space Bring that energy down from our hearts into our solar plexus and pushing that love frequency, that total love through these cords. As we now allow these cords to disintegrate before our eyes, stepping into our true power. Let's really think about who you want to be in this world, what example you want to be as we're now stepping and filling ourselves into our power. I want to be of service to others. I want to share in love. I want to help people remember the connectedness, the oneness of the universe. Let us now think about all these attributes, these how are you filling your cup? And as you go through this for a moment, let's now keep taking deep breaths and bringing the earth's energy into our hearts and the sun's energy into our hearts. As we really fill ourselves back into our power and how we want to show up for ourselves and all sentient beings. And all sentient beings, how do we want to show up for all sentient beings? As we keep filling our heart space with the energy from our great mother's heart and our father son's heart, healing, cleansed, charged. As we now shift our gaze to this other door on the left side, the side of our hearts. As we gaze through this door and we see our planetary reality in this dimension, a planet where all beings are filled with love for all sentient beings, a planet of nature, of unity, total community, compassion, committed to source energy, truly, truly connected to intelligent infinity. Let us now walk through this door into this dimension. Learn to vibrate at this new frequency. Be ready for this next density. Thank you for taking this journey with me. As we breathe back into our bodies, feeling the air in the room, moving your toes and your fingers. And opening your eyes back into this portal to ascension.
I didn't lie. I told the truth when I said that you bring us all to a place that connects us all back together. And I love how you bring the great central sun and Mother Gaia together in our hearts. I feel it, Adrian. And, you know, I noticed that everybody on our host panel, everybody Neil has brought together, Neil himself, are so aware of the weaving of the masculine and the feminine energies and us anchoring both of those in our own hearts. So thank you for bringing that through. And thank you for the way that you languaged, you know, for the greatest good of all that is. That's been a big theme of this conference as well. And I love that you always use love, gratitude, and forgiveness. And the way that you stepped us into walking us through, I love you, I forgive you, and fill in the blank. That was a big piece. It was a big piece for me to be able to forgive myself and forgive others. And I think, you know, the way that you languaged that whole meditation, we just all felt it. Thank you for bringing us into this new dimension through going through the left door. Incredible, Adrian, you know, and it's interesting in the chat, I noticed Harry from, I think it was Harry from Australia was saying some beautiful things. And Omar was talking about how the sun wants to reconnect with each of us. I think that was Omar. And you brought in the sun in the meditation. So absolutely perfect. I love you, love you, love you. And
Thank you for having me on.
You're so welcome. We'll see you soon.
Awesome. Total love.